Mga ate at mga kuya, welcome back to Kuya Puto's channel. So today, pipick upin namin yung masungit na babae dahil iniwan namin dun sa lola niya sa Oakville dahil March break. And naaawa po ako dun sa nanay ko dahil walang kasama sa umaga dahil everybody goes to work, right? So she stayed there for a whole entire week. Yeah, tibay, di ba? So yeah, pipick upin namin ngayon dahil Sabado na, and she said she wants at least one day to herself, which is tomorrow, para makapag-chill daw before she goes back to school, di ba? Anyways guys, topic natin ngayon, marami pong naririnig si Kuya Puto online. Yung mga, ano tawag doon, mga millennials, mga Gen Z. You can look it up, what it means on Google. That generation, sinasabi nila, napakahirap po ng buhay nila kumpara sa naging buhay nating mga baby boomers and Generation X people. Totoo ba yun? As in, totoo ba yun? Baby, your seatbelt. So yun po pag-uusapan natin ngayon dito sa video na to. So mga ate at mga kuya, totoo ba na yung mga kabataan ngayon, like the young people nowadays that are considered millennials and Gen Z people, mas mahirap pa talaga buhay nila ngayon dahil sinasabi nila, number one, imposible daw sila magkabahay dahil the economy. Number two, you know, yung mga sweldo daw nila napakaliliit kumpara sa cost of living, blah 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 blah. Totoo ba yun? Man, if you ask me, I don't think so. I think every generation has faced the same exact problems. It's just a different time. Dahil napansin ko po, ganito.
Hi.
We're on our way, baby.
Okay.
Are you waiting for us?
I'm playing piano.
Okay, go play some piano. We'll be there soon. Okay? We just left the house.
We just left the house.
Okay, honey. Hang up.
Okay, bye.
Sorry about that, guys. Namimiss na po kami ni babaeng bugak. Anyways, like what I was saying, lahat po ng generation dito sa Canada, even yung generation ng parents ko nung bagong salta sila dito sa Canada, lahat po yun merong struggles. There are struggles involved in every generation. Hindi po nag-iiba yan. Kung tuusin nga, in my opinion, I think mas nahirapan po kami and the older generation starting out dito sa Canada dahil number one, wala kaming internet. Number two, bihira po mga Pinoy dito dati. And number three, yung pong dati kung gusto nyo magkaroon ng trabaho na mabuti, na solid, it was important. Not only important, it was mandatory na meron kayong tinapos sa eskwelahan. Ngayon, we live in a different world. There's so many people that has been super successful na wala po silang tinapos sa eskwelahan, high school lang. You know, I can name so many people that's become, you know, multi-millionaires, even billionaires, na yung path nila ganun ang kinuha. Like, it's not really necessary. Like, it's always good to have that education in your background, pero nowadays po, in the world that we live in, it's not really necessary to become successful. Pero bakit po yung mga millennials and mga Gen Zs, I think they call themselves, complain sila ng complain. Ano sa tingin mo, Watch? Ano sa tingin mo? Bakit ba complain ng complain yung generation ngayon?
Ikaw muna.
Sabihin mo na. Bakit ba complain ng complain yung mga generation ngayon?
Kasalanan daw natin.
Paano natin naging kasalanan yun?
Because sinanay daw natin. Hindi naman lahat, may mga Gen Z din na.
But for the majority, you know, they're complaining about everything. Kung tutuusin, they have all the advantages that this internet world
Sabi parang
offers,
nilalata
diba?
daw natin na may self-entitlement, parang kasalanan daw ng generation natin.
So yeah guys, I mean, nung pong bata kami ni Mrs. and I hate using this as a comparison, okay? Pero, I mean, sino ba talaga kilala ko? Di ba yung sarili namin? Anyways, nung bata pa po kami, nagtatrabaho na kami. As in, Si Mrs. yata as early as 14, 15 years old, may trabaho na siya. And me, I was the same. You know, pasundot dito, pasundot doon. I mean, lagi po kami may trabaho. Kung meron po kaming gusto sa buhay, tinatrabaho namin, dinadaan namin sa trabaho, hindi sa complain this, complain that, complain this, complain that. Tsaka tandaan nyo dati, guys, minimum wage was what? Like $5 an hour? Parang ganun? Yes, tama po yung sinasabi ng mga bata ngayon na nung araw, mas mura po lahat. But at the same time, you have to understand, mas mura din po yung bayad sa mga tao, sa mga trabahador na katulad namin. Dahil nung nag-uumpisa po kami, nung bata kami, minimum wage was like under $5 an hour or $5 an hour, I can't remember. Pero mahal pa po yung pera nun, kaya mababa yung bayad sa mga tao. Sasabihin po nila, oh, yung mga bahay dati, you can buy a house for like $150,000, $100,000. Yes, totoo po yun. Pero kita ng tao, minimum wage dati was $5, $6, $7, $8 an hour. Napakaliit po kumpara sa binabayad ngayon. So everything is parang, sabi nga ni Mrs., relevant or connected. Diba? Yes, mura po mga bilihin, pero at the same time, mura din po yung mga bayad sa mga tao. Dati, mura din po yung mga sweldo.
May pinag-iba din ako. Yung value ng mga bahay is like way too high. The salary or income ng tao, hindi mo ganun tinaas.
That's a factor, yes. But like I said, every generation has got its own struggles. And yung pong generation ng mga matatanda na katulad namin, we didn't have the tools na meron yung mga bata ngayon. So
I think our generation was the just do it.
yeah, we just do it. We don't complain.
Your Jordan generation.
Ngayon po, napapansin namin, like, you know, we were both managers. Or I was a manager and my wife was a manager. So we experienced a lot of times during those times when kami po yung nag-hire ng mga tao. And napansin po namin yung mga kabataan, it's like, tamad sila. Not all, but karamihan po tamad. They're always complaining about work-life balance.
Meron nga isang I think she's 21 or 20 years old.
Oh.
Nagreklamo. I'm not sure if she complained sa HR. Sabi niya, they're taking away my weekends. They're taking away my social life. Oh my goodness.
Alam nyo ba nung araw, guys? Nung hinar kami ni Mrs. Nung, like, you know, like what, like late 90s, mga ganon, nung talagang nag-umpisa kami ng career namin. Kung nasa job interview ako, or if I was already employed, tapos tinanong ako ng employer ko kung masaya ako, tapos sinabi ko sa kanya, I don't really like this job because, you know, I have to work weekends and I don't have a social life and blah 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 blah. Alam niyo po ba, matagal na akong tinanggal nun, matagal na pong tinanggal si Mrs. nun, because yung pong generation namin, I'm not saying we're better, because we're definitely not. Okay? Kung tutuusin, I have to admit that the generation today, yung mga bata, they're more intelligent than us because they have more resources available to them, di ba? All they have to do is utilize it. But going back to what I was saying, dati po, when we get hired to do a job, we put our head down and we do the best, well, we do the job to the best of our abilities with very minimal complaint. Dahil alam po namin, we need that job to sustain a certain type of lifestyle. We need that job to live. We need that job to pay for the car, to pay for the house, to pay for all of our obligations. Alam po namin yun. Hindi ko lang naiisip ngayon, hindi ko maintindihan kung yung mga kabataan naiisip po nila yun. I really don't know, because sinasabi nga, naririnig ko dun sa anong mga ba yun, sa online. Meron pong TikTok na pinanood ko. Nagko-complain yung isang millennial or Gen Z, bata, probably in his mid to early 30s, mga ganun, right? Sabi niya, I work one job and I broke. I work two jobs and I'm still broke. So you know what? I'm just gonna work one job dahil yung resulta pareho pa rin. Maling rason po yun. Oh my God. Kung broke ka dahil isang trabaho mo, may rason. Kung broke ka dahil dalawa trabaho mo, may rason. Ibig sabihin po nun, mali yung tinatrabaho ninyo. Diba? Because pagkakamali po kasi ng mga kabataan ngayon, napapansin namin ni Mrs. They want instant gratification. Meron silang makitang kotse, oh, I want that now. Credit card or whatever. Meron silang nakitang relo, oh, I want that now. I want that now. Meron silang nakitang bag na brand new or ano tawag doon, yung designer. I want that now. Yung pong generation namin ni Mrs. We're Gen Xers, by the way. If we see something, it's called delayed gratification. We save up kung importante po talaga and alam namin na masasayahan kami sa isang bagay na yun, pag-iipunan namin. As in, we will work hard and we will work smart and we will be as patient as we can be. Kahit abutin ng 2 taon, 3 taon, 5 taon, it doesn't matter. You know, the focus is there.
But be realistic din. Meron din namang mga na if you want it, you get it.
Oh yeah, I get
As
that.
long as
Pero
you
that's
don't
later
have
on.
the budget.
That's later on. Once you prove to yourself na naging responsible ka na, then yeah, like, you know, go ahead. Grab whatever it is that you want. Whatever it is that you like. Dahil alam nyo, kaya nyo. Kakaiba nung attitude na yon sa mga bata ngayon, they want it now kahit di nila afford. Tulad ng mga bahay. Okay, bahay. Marami magko-complain. Sabi nila, oh, mga bata, we have to live with our parents forever because we will never be able to afford a house. Guess what? Kung yun ang attitude ninyo, you'll never own a house.
So it should be like something like, how can I, or what do I need to do to be able to leave my parents as home?
Exactly. Kami po ni Mrs. yung nag-umpisa kami. Sa tingin niyo ba kaya namin bumili ng bahay? We had...
Kumakain naman ng it's from Costco.
Nung nakilala ko to, naka-welfare to. Tapos ako, tinutulungan ko yung pamilya ko. So, isipin nyo, combine kaming dalawa, wala rin. As in wala, nasa negative kami. So, napaka-imposible po ng sitwasyon namin. Pero, through hard work, dedication, smart work and teamwork, and patience, nagawa po namin.
You know what I thought before? I had tawag doon na rock bottom.
Yes.
So my son and I was in Mississauga visiting my aunt back in 2005. I had $2.95 sa account ko, bank account ko, and I had to get gas. But then ang good thing noon, naka-Civic ako. So if you buy a $2 gas or $2.50, it's gonna take me back to Brantford.
Yeah.
So umiiyak ako nun, sabi ko, from this moment on, I will have lots of money in my checking account.
So I guess point po ni Mrs. ganito, and we are very certain this is the case sa mga kabataan ngayon. They don't know what rock bottom is. They have not experienced what rock bottom feels like. Pinagdaanan ko na po yun, and as you can tell, pinagdaanan na rin ni Mrs. with that little story that she told you about the gas thing, right? Only having $2 in your bank account. Pag naramdaman po ng tao what rock bottom feels like, yung napakababa na level ng buhay ninyo, matatanim po sa utak ninyo yun. Sasabihin ninyo, you know what? I will never, and I mean never, ever, ever be in this situation ever again. I will work my fingers to the bone para hindi ko maranasan ulit tong pakiramdam na to. Dahil napaka-loser nyo nun. And from that point, going forward, nasa baba na kayo. The only way is up. Diba? Yung mga kabataan ngayon, I don't think they know what rock bottom feels like.
But the thing is, yun nga daw, hindi naman nilang entirely kasalanan.
Bakit?
Kasi nga we provided a lot of things for them. So it's easier for them. Hindi sila nagkahanap na they need to strive for this and that because they know they have something.
So naging kasalanan pa natin yun because all we wanted to do as parents was to provide them with a good life?
It's the situation. That's what it is. But
So
it's not everybody that has that.
I don't think it's a situation. I disagree with that. I think it's the mentality. Dahil if you were fortunate enough to be born in a family where siguro medyo may kaya yung parents ninyo, as children, you should be very, very appreciative na pinala kayo ng Diyos na doon kayo pinanganak sa sitwasyon na yun. Dahil napakadami out there na naghihirap. And you should use that as a platform to make yourself even better. Like me and my wife, we always argue about this topic. Whether tama ba ibigay mo lahat sa mga anak mo yung hindi mo nakuha nung bata ka. Dahil kami po ni Mrs., lalo na po siya, nung lumalaki, super humble beginnings. As in super humble beginnings.
I
And
never
I'm not
had
even
birthdays.
exaggerated that.
I never really celebrated my birthday.
If I told you the real story about yung journey ng wife ko, pwede yung ilagay sa sa kapuso ko. Jessica Soho ba yun? Yung maaalala ka, what's that show?
Maalala mo kaya?
Maaalala mo kaya? Ganong kalungkot po. So, I guess natural lang po sa mga magulang na who came from humble beginnings na, you know, they promised themselves early on, one day pa nagkapamilya sila, they will give everything and anything to their children that they never had growing up. Sabi ko po kay Mrs., yeah, dati nung, you know, nung bata pa tayo, nung bata pa yung mga anak namin, that's probably the right thing to do. Pero now, you know, now that we're older and a little bit wiser, mali yata yun eh. Because dapat pagdusahin nyo talaga yung mga anak ninyo. As in, totoo, kailangan pagdusahin ninyo. Like, you have to make them earn everything that they want. You have to make sure that they understand na yung mga salapi hindi tumutubo sa puno. Dahil karamihan ng mga bata, napansin ko, if they have it too easy, they take things for granted and they don't work as hard. And sa mga parents out there na naging established na, wag niyong sasabihin na meron kayong ipapamana sa mga anak ninyo. Kung meron kayong ipapamana, dahil guess what? Yung mga anak ninyo walang gagawin yun kundi maghintay hanggang mamatay kayo para para kunin yung pamana nila. Mali yun. Sabihin niyo sa kanila, etong napundar namin, whatever this is, wag niyo aasahan to dahil lalaspagin namin ni mami to. You know, work on your own stuff. You know, work on your own
You're gonna enjoy it yourself.
I know. You know, I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm just saying that. Pero obviously, you're gonna leave it with your kids, right? Just so they have that extra motivation na alam nila they have nobody else to depend on but themselves. Because that's the only way na makakatayo sila on their own 2 feet. Diba?
Ano yung work so hard to a point where you don't have to wait for Christmas and birthdays to be able to give yourself a gift.
Exactly. So, going back to our topic, mas mahirap ba yung buhay dati kaysa ngayon? Like what these millennials and these Gen Z young kids are saying about society today? No!
It's just different type of struggles.
It's a
but
different
there's
type of
always a
struggle. Say that again, baby.
It's a different type of struggles, but
There's always a struggle.
always a struggle.
You know? There's always a struggle, guys. So sa tingin nyo, hindi kami nahirapan bumili ng kotse. Sa tingin nyo, hindi kami nahirapan bumili ng bahay. Sa tingin nyo, hindi kami nahirapan maghanap ng trabaho and establish a career.
Mahirap na ang trabaho. Naghahanap ka trabaho nila.
No! Mas mahirap pa nga dati. They face the same exact problems now, but they have more resources.
I tried getting a job from a temp agency before. If you're trying to get a job sa office, they will like test you. Live test. Typing. They need you to have 65 words per minute.
Yeah.
I am not system, right? I can't really type you unless I look.
So the point that Nisis is trying to make, the struggle is real, the struggle is the same. The only difference is young people nowadays, they just need a greater sense of urgency. They just need to work harder, work smarter, and they need to learn how to commit.
Again, hindi lahat. Okay? May nakita
Hindi
na
lahat.
mga bata. They're really good.
But all those things that I just said right now, they need to incorporate that in their mindset instead of just blaming everything na hindi nila makuha. They'll blame the government, they'll blame their parents, they'll blame their employment, they'll blame their situation. Mali po yun. Blame yourself. That way, you can improve yourself. That's the type of mentality that they need. Kaya kailangan tumapang sila ng konti because medyo malambot. You know, I hate to say that, but you know, this is just my own opinion and I'm pretty sure a lot of people share this too. Malambot sila. They need to harden up just like katulad namin dati. Walang iyakan. Just do the work. Put your head down. Do the work. Commit. You know, and have a sense of urgency. Dahil this universe, this world will not give you anything for free. If you want it, you have to get it. You have to grab it. You have to pilipit it by the neck.
Oh yeah. So if you, the first one is you blame others, you're nowhere near it. Nowhere near success. If you blame
yourself, you're halfway there.
You're halfway there. If you blame no one or nobody else,
You're there.
you're there already.
Totoo yan, guys. That's the one thing that one of the many things that me and Mrs. Mendoza have learned about life so far. You know, we're almost 50 and we're still learning, and that's what the new generation needs to do. That's what the new generation needs to do para maging successful sila, because you know we are their biggest cheerleader, because we have kids too, right? In that age bracket, we are their biggest cheerleader, and nobody else on this planet wants to see them more successful than us. And the only way that this generation can accomplish that is if they change their mindset. Mas matalino sila sa atin. That's given because of the world that we live in. There's more information available to everybody. They have more tools. All they have to do is apply it, implement it, and have all the mentalities and behaviors that I just described in this video. So, sana naman po natuwa kayo kahit konti dito sa video na to. Alam ko maraming magdi-disagree. This is just my observation as a Pinoy living in Canada for the past 40 plus years. Pareho kami ni Mrs.
You wanna go to seafood and get Steelers first?
Yes. So sana naman po, you know, meron kayo natutunan kahit konti. And if you have not if you have not subscribed, and you happen to like yung content ni Kuya Puto sa channel na to, tulungan nyo kami, subscribe naman, so we can get this as big as we can. So this is Kuya Puto, guys, wishing you good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay hungry, stay humble, keep your hustle strong. I'll see you in the next video, guys.